Welcome to mathandstuff.com. The purpose of this video is to go over the grading policy I use in my courses. There are a few ways to get there. We're going to go through the class page. This is my quote office on the web. Depending on which class you're in, you'd follow your course page. I'm just going to go to yellow. It'll take me to the same place in each case because this semester I'm using the same grading policy for each course. Grading policy is here, and the page permits you to do computation. I have created a video, am creating it now as we speak, and it will be linked here, and then you can see it on the video page, gives you the web page and the keywords for the video. We don't need that. What we do need is the web page. So here's the web page we're going over. First thing you do is ignore Canvas. Canvas grading does not work the way I grade. So all I will do is post your test grades there. What you do need is grade analysis in this box, and possibly in this box. This is the most normal way of grading, finding a straight average. So if on your first test you get a 23%, it's not very good. On your next test you get a 68%. The average of those two grades is 45.5. That's still failing the course after two tests, after 1/5 of the course. If on the next test you do better and get let's make it an 80, your cum has improved to 62.75. So right now you have a D average. In pre-calc, the fourth test is on trig. In calc, the fourth test is on antiderivatives. So let's put in 100% here. Your cum has gone up to a C grade of 75. Quizzes, we'll throw in, let's make it an 89. And final exam, let's make that an 80. That'll give you your average, the way normal people compute it. What I'd like to look at is how I grade. If you were to get a 23 on your first test, that's an F grade. All I'm going to use is the F. I'm not going to average in the 23. It's an F grade. That's the way it'll stand until we do the computation. The next grade, let's say you get a D on it. There's the D, it's a 2. The next grade, let's say you got even better, that's a C. Well, if you can maintain that C, then it'll give you 13.5 points. And in order to get an A, you'd need another 9.5 points. But since the semester is over, you're not going to get an A for the course, or an A minus, or a B plus, or a B, or a B minus, or a C plus, or a C, and that's unfortunate. To get a C, you would still need another 1.5 points. You do get a D for the course. But if we upped this to a C and upped that to a C, then you'd have 15 points and you would get the C for the course. The reason you wish a C is to keep scholarship money. You need a C average to do that. You need it to be able to transfer to a four-year school, and you need it to take the next math course. If you're in pre-calc, you could, with a C, go on to calc. Go on to calc. If you were in calc, you could go on to calc 2. If you got a D in the course, Middlesex would permit you to take the next course, but your four-year institution might not accept the credits for a D course or for the course you take after you get the D course. So it's really, really crucial that you do C work or better. C is not great, it's average, but at least it's credit that you can transfer. You could always retake the course for a higher grade, depending on the school you're in. Okay, so let's play now with some student who really doesn't know how they're doing too well. Here, let's throw in a 67 is a D. Let's throw in a 72, that's a C. Let's throw in an 89, that's a really high B. We're going to make it a B because technically that's what it is. And if you're in pre-calc, you still have the trig test, you still have the final exam, you still have the homeworks. Let's give this student a B grade on homeworks. Homeworks are the only thing that I promise to average. I will look at everyone's grade and I will determine the quiz average based on everyone's score. I will not do that for the other tests. I do not promise to. Okay, let's throw in, let's just leave those scores. We're missing 2 grades. So far, this person has 10.5 points. As long as they write their name on the final exam, they'd get a D for the course, but they still have a possibility of doing much better. So if that student wants a C for the course, using only these 2 grades, which is you have a possibility of 5 points here, possibility of 5 points here. Out of the 10 possible points, if they got 4.5 of them, they'd get a C for the course. Let's just put in the 4.5. Let's make this a 2, and let's make this a 2.5. And I don't normally give halves, don't normally give averages. And that would give you the 15 you need in order to get a C. You could play with whatever you wish. Let's leave that and let's make this, take this out. Okay, it's now the night before the final exam. Maybe 2 nights before the final exam. You have to decide if you should study or if you've worked hard enough all semester, if you can take the night off and go relax a little bit. Both things are a good idea, depending on where you are academically and emotionally. All right, so it's the night before the final. These are your grades. You want to know what do you have to get on the final in order to get a certain grade for the course. Let's just see. So far, you have 12.5 points. If you get 2.5 points, you would get a D in the course. If you get 2.5 points, you would get a C in the course. If you get 3 points, if you get a C on the exam, there's the C on the exam. If you got the C on the exam, that would be enough to give you a C for the course. If you got a B on the exam, that's another 4 points. That still would not give you a C plus. If you got an A on the exam, that's 5 more points. That still would not give you a C plus. So the best you can do is getting the C. Right now, if you walk into the final exam, sign your name on the paper so that it's official you've taken the final, and not do anything else, fail the final, you would still get a D for the course, which isn't great, but it will permit you to take the next course at Middlesex. It'll blow your scholarship money. It's not good for transfer, but that's the way it is. Let's just make the scores a little bit lower. Higher, higher. Let's put in a C. So here you got a C. That B is good, D is not good. This is okay. Let's see what your points are now. Now you have 13 points. Where does that get you ready for the final exam? Okay, if on the final exam you earn an F by signing your name on the paper, you get a D for the course. If you earn a D on the final exam, that's 2 points. That will still give you a D, but no, look, all you needed for a C was the 2 points. So you stick in the 2 points here for a D. It'll up it to 15. And you have what you need for a C grade. The only other case I'd like to look at is if you miss a test. Can that really hurt you? Well, missing the first test, it's only 10% of the grade, but that doesn't sound very good because 10% is probably will knock out the possibility of an A. So let's leave the grades we have. Gave us 13.5 points. That gave you a D for the course by missing that one test. Now let's make it worse. Let's make you miss a test, and I think you're cheating. So if I find evidence of cheating, that does lower your grade. You would get a D for the course based on what you have here. Any further questions, you can always send me a pink box and ask for an office hour. If you want to talk about grades more than this page, I readily request an office hour. Send me a pink box. I'm number 0. I'm going to go in as a visitor. And I want office. Click I'm not a robot. Send the message. And this is your confirmation that your message has been sent. Hope this helps.